guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing the my first time tag, and it's not what you think it is. We'll get to it and then it will explain it a bit more. So the first is my first word, and I think my first word was mummy. I'm pretty sure my mum has told me before that it was mummy, but I'm not 100% sure, but we'll go with that. The second is my first job. My first job was actually the day after I left school. I started working for Clark's shoe shop, and you guys will know where it is if you're from the UK. I don't think it's in any other countries that I know of. It's basically a shoe shop and it does children's shoes, men's, women's, but they aren't that great. I like them more when I work there because you're sort of around them all the time, so you sort of get used to them. The third is my first car. I still actually have my first car. I got my first car a year and a half ago, and I love my little car. I was lucky enough for my nan and granddad to buy me my first car, and it's a blue KA, and she's called Patricia. I did name her, but unfortunately I don't drive. So yeah, I have had a car for a year and a half and I don't drive. I started my driving lessons when I was 17. Exactly on my 17th birthday, and then when I was only working part-time I wanted to spend my money on other things really, and then driving wasn't really a priority to me. I didn't need to, so I am starting my driving lessons again soon because I have actually had 2 tests and failed them both, but I am starting my driving lessons actually this Friday, so fingers crossed for the 3rd time I'll hopefully pass my test. The 5th is my first teddy. I actually still have my first teddy, and it's a cute little rabbit. I'll show you, it's not that little. But this is my first teddy. It looks really clean for one I've had since I was born, but this was quite big. Even though I was a 9-pound baby, I was huge. I don't think my mum wanted to put this with me still, because obviously it's quite a big teddy to put in the cot with you, so I think it's sat on the rocking chair I had in my room, which rocking chair seems really creepy now. But yeah, my mum used to rock me to sleep on a rocking chair, and this was sat there, so yeah, I still have it to this day. It sits in my wardrobe. Hopefully when I move out, Merin will let me have it on display, but probably not. Number 6 was my first concert. My first concert was actually the Pussycat Dolls, if anybody remembers how big they used to be when I was younger, and actually Rihanna was supporting them because she wasn't as big as them, which is crazy because now Rihanna is way bigger, and I think actual Pussycat Dolls are split up now, I'm not entirely sure. And I went to see them in Manchester. I'm not sure what arena, but I went with my mum. I think my mum got the tickets when I was like 11 or 12, and it was such a good night. I'm so glad I went with my mum because we had such a good time. Number 7 is my first aeroplane ride. I think I must have been about 6 or 7 when I first got on an aeroplane, and I went with my nan and granddad and my brother and my dad to Fuerteventura in Spain. Unfortunately my mum couldn't come because she doesn't like flying. She used to fly all the time when she was younger, but as she's got older she doesn't like to fly, so she won't even get on an aeroplane. We stayed in 2 villas in a nice little resort, and I think it was me, my brother and my dad had one, and then my nan and granddad also had one, and then I used to swap between the both each night, which was really nice. But it was a really nice holiday. It was just a shame my mum couldn't come. But I actually haven't got on an aeroplane since then. I just don't go on holiday, and because my mum doesn't fly, we tend to go places by ferry and everything. So we've been like Disneyland, Paris and everywhere like that, but of course you can drive from the UK, get a ferry over, then drive again, so that's what we did. And I'm hoping me and Merin go on holiday soon, because I really do want to go somewhere sunny and hot, because if you live in the UK, you know the weather recently has been dreadful. Although it is quite a nice night tonight, but I am filming, so obviously I'm not sat outside in it. So number 8 is my first best friend. My first best friend was actually my mum's best friend's children. My brother was best friends with her son, and I was best friends with their daughter. We were best friends from pretty much when we were born. My mum and her mum had been best friends for a long time, and we used to spend all our time together when we were younger. My dad was away in the Navy all the time, so my mum spent quite a lot of time with Nikki, which is her best friend, and her children, and we used to have sleepovers and everything, and we still stay in contact now. Unfortunately, as you get older, life does get ahead of you, and I work full time. Ella's just been on a gap year in Australia before she goes to university. Obviously you all know I don't want to go to university, I never have done, so for me I now work full time, and life just, like I said, life gets in the way and unfortunately lose contact with people. I think it's been about 2 or 3 years since we've actually seen each other, but we do speak on the phone. I think we spoke about 2 or 3 months ago when she got back from Australia, but hopefully I'll get to see her in the next couple of years and we can catch up. Number 9 is my first pet. I can't remember out of the 3 which was my first pet, but I know we had a guinea pig called Bella, a rabbit called Snowy, and our poodle called Sooty. From what I remember, we always had Sooty. From when I was about 3 or 4, and obviously before then you can't really remember much when you're younger, but unfortunately we lost him when I was about 14 or 15. Off the top of my head, I cannot remember which one we got first, but it was definitely out of those 3. Final one is number 10, and it was my first piercing. My first piercing was actually my earlobes. I got them done when I was about 3 or 4. Obviously you're allowed to when you're younger if your parents want you to do that. As you guys know, as I've said previously, I've had like 13 piercings from the age 16 and over, so obviously like them, so I'm pretty glad my mum and dad got my ears done at an early age. So that was my first time tag. You've probably seen quite a lot of YouTubers do it, and it is actually a really fun tag to do. If you do like this video, don't forget to subscribe. I make new content for you guys every Wednesday and every Sunday, and also don't forget to like and leave a comment. Bye!